Thompson will start right beside him on the front row. Out of position 3 will be Luke Dunn. He takes Phil Roberts along for the ride. Josh Rose and Terry Lierenveld are the next in row 3. Brendan Cherry and Sam Bruggy. Adam Thompson and Scotty Quirk. Kevy Britten, Mark Robinson, Chris Corbett, Ray Claridge and Dave Clark have elected to come from the back of the bus. We are set to go. Ladies and gentlemen, what a show this is normally. The PB44, watch the quick guys coming from the back as we pull the trigger. Down into turns 1 and 2, 44 laps of journey, it's a long way home. Phillips rocks and rolls through turns 1 and 2. Hobson, oh, it's a car park. Wham, bam, slam. Claridge, broken front end, he's out. Quirk with damage, I'd say, on the 73, and KBR trailers.
I was going to say the last car into that was Kevy Britten. He got straight into the side of Quirk, big time. Josh Rose in the middle there as well in the 52. And as you said, Ray Claridge, busted front end in the Super Rooster 95. What damage is on the KBR trailers? Willwood one machine.
Wow. Kev Britten up on screen at the moment, just asking the guys, is there any damage? He's staying sat in the motor car and it rolls away, Trev, so just making sure he puts the front end out on the racetrack. Yes, he does. And the national champ will stay out in the PB44. Guys are told to shortcut across the racetrack. But plenty of carnage. Oh, gee whiz. Right-hand side of the motor car, Trev. Not as attractive as the...
Need to conserve fuel the best way possible.
Peter Britten will be laughing at you right now. You know that, don't you?
Why is that?
Well, they do 100 laps over in the States.
Oh, yeah, they probably do, but they have bigger tanks over there, don't they? We don't do 100 laps here. We don't need a tank the size of half a fuel tanker.
There laughing at you, mate. You go, God, the bloody Aussies.
What do you mean, bloody
100?
What do you mean, bloody Aussies? He's one himself.
He certainly is. 44 laps, take 2. And Jeff Phillips set to jet one more time at the 33 to go racing. Hobson, I tell you what, the 33 machine there of Adam Thompson smacks it into the fence backwards on the entry to turn number 1, and that, Trev, will bring the yellows on one more time.
And back to a full restart.
Cameron, you are a lucky person.
Cameron who?
We don't know. Kate Davis knows it's a guy called Cameron that got the ticket. Going home with $2,164 as we go racing one more time, and now we get through turns 1 and 2. We're going to get through 3 and 4. Corbett trying to shut the gate on the Phil Roberts machine. At the stripe, Jeff Phillips leads the way over Corbett. Hobson on the top side of the racetrack. Mark Robinson kicks the front wheels off the ground of the Castrol number 9 as he tries to get up side by side with Phil Roberts. Jeff Phillips leads. Chris Corbett now up into second spot, putting Hobson back another spot. Mark Robinson tries to outdrag. Phil Roberts down the back straight, gets it done, moves from 5th to 4th. Starting to sort themselves out now for a little bit of race room. Bruggy on the inside of Clark, he's got some work to do from the back. Jeff Phillips doing it beautifully out front at the moment. Hobson now up into second. Mark Robinson and Chris Corbett and Phil Roberts still the top 5 at the moment. Bouncing their way through turn 2. 44 laps, a long way home. 39 to run this time by. Up on the top side of Phil Roberts goes Chris Corbett. Gets squeezed just a little bit as they come down the back straight. Corbett won't mind that. He doesn't mind the rough stuff. Hobson all over the back of the leader now. Jeff Phillips under attack from this young fella. Hobson on his hammer. Multi-time Australian champ Mark Robbo Robinson. Best seat in the house there in third spot at the moment. Trev Hobson looking quick, isn't he? As he's railed right on the back end of Phillips. But Mark Robinson all of a sudden finds some go for it.
I was going to say, Robbo definitely in the hunt for this race at the moment. He went down the back with the other two. The other two are still struggling. Dave Clark way back there in 7th spot, and Kev Britten way down there in 9th. At the moment, struggling to try and find a way around the bruggy buggy. But meanwhile, out in front, with 35 still to run, still more than a feature for him to go, Macca. It's Phillips from Hobson. Robinson just keeping a watching brief, I feel, back there in the 9 machine over these front two. Then we go back to Phil Roberts as Clark just slides the 5 in, trying to get some ground on these guys out in front. Chris Corbett and Luke Dunn just in behind. Phil Roberts in the Absolute Diesel number 3 machine.
He's rocking and rolling the 33, putting on a show out front at the moment. Hobson wants to win this one. Mark Robinson, don't forget, folks, has come from the back of the bus. Speaking of that, as we look through the rest of the field, Phil Roberts back to Corbett. Dunn's the next one in the queue, Clark. Then we go back to the 14er, Sam Bruggy, and the last car in the queue, unfortunately, is Kevin Britten. Up onto the back markers already, Trev.
Yeah, past the New South Wales 33 there of Adam Thompson. Thompson gets out of the way, lets the leaders through down on the bottom of the racetrack. Have a look at Hobson now. Right on the back of Phillips. Now he goes to the high side. Now he's going to look to cut back and try and get a run off the bottom of the corner. It's not going to happen for him at the moment. Robinson, you just feel that Robbo's just sitting back, biding his time. He's definitely got the car speed. And you think that Robbo's just waiting. He knows that Dave Clark and Kev Britten are still down the back. If he looks across the racetrack, he can see him struggling down the back of the field. Meanwhile, Phil Roberts.
Oh, Hobson gets into the back end of the 33 machine, but no harm, no foul. But it certainly allows Robinson now to get right back onto equal turns with Hobson as they come out of turn 2 and down the back straight. Front 3, a nose-to-tail freight train. Phil Roberts trying to get an invite to the party. He's got Chris Corbett for company. And young Dunn doing a great job back there in 6th spot.
Yeah.
2 little groups up front, Trent doing a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a look at Hobson. Once again, Steve Milthorpe turning the spanners on. The yellows are on. And it's for the 33. The New South Wales 33 there of Adam Thompson bringing on the yellows up there in turn 1.
Yeah, second stop for Tomo. We'll be keeping an eye on the stewards for that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Did they run the sprint car rule? Not sure. As that race wore on. Thompson on the infield, so maybe they do run the same rules, Macca.
Maybe they do. Lights go out. The battle resumes at the front. And now they are nose to tail. Everybody bunching up. We go green. Jeff Phillips squeezes the pedal. Hobson says challenge accepted. And Marky Robinson, as we said, best seat in the house. Chris Corbett side by side with Phil Roberts down into the 3-4 turn. Corbett now starting to come forward in the 48. Britten trying to get underneath Bruggy, can't get it to work. Oh! Corbett almost into the side of Robinson as they come out of 2. Jeff Phillips settles down the 33 machine as he comes back onto the front straight. Hobson, Robinson, Corbett, back to Phil Roberts. That's your top 5 here in Brisbane at the moment. 25, let's make that 24 this time by Trev. And Roberts, Jeff Phillips has done a beautiful job from the top of the green.
Yeah, Phillips, a little untidy there through 1. Have a look at Corbett though. He is making Robinson nervous there in 3rd spot, to the point where Robinson's actually concentrating on staying ahead of the 48 and he's dropping ground to the front 2. Dave Clark's got a renewed vigour since this yellow light stoppage, and now he's starting to put pressure on the back of Luke Dunn. Britten and Bruggy just keeping touch with the guys out in front as well. Meanwhile, Jeff Phillips in the Caloundra Engine Centre, number 33 machine, continues to rock and roll through the 1-2 turns. Toddy Hobson back there in second spot. He was putting pressure galore on the back of the 33 machine before that yellow light stoppage. It just hasn't been able to get back on level terms with the race leader.
Corbett having a great battle with Robertson back there for third and fourth. Right on the hammer now as they come through 3 and 4, slides it to the bottom of the racetrack. Robbo with enough power though in the Castrol Edge number 9 machine to just slip away down the front straight. Everybody's got a little bit of real estate to run on at the moment. Jeff Phillips, as we said, has not put a wheel wrong at the moment. Hobson found himself up in a second spot. Long way from home at the moment though. Anything can happen. The top 4 motor cars starting to break away from the rest of the field. Phil Roberts still hanging on to 5th and Luke Dunn tucked in behind him. Dave Clark and Kevy Britten, Trev, really haven't gone anywhere, have they? Dave Clark struggling in the DC5.
I might be wrong, but it looks like Clark's right rear's going down. Maybe you can get a shot of that next time by, but might be just an illusion. That looked to me like the right rear on Clark's machine was deflating.
Plenty of air in the DC5.
Plenty of air in that?
Yeah.
Okay. Just an optical illusion from this side of the racetrack.
Oh, Hobson now right back on equal terms with Phillips as they come through underneath the tower. The leaders trading punches, nose to tail again through the 1-2 turn. Again, Phillips rocks and rolls. The number 33 through the turn 2. Hobson right on his hammer again out of 4 and across the stripe. Robinson at the moment just off the pace. The 84. Just like a cat with a little mouse at the moment, just playing with the leader. Jeff Phillips, plenty of experience underneath the helmet there in the 33 machine. This young charger, Todd Hobson, doing a beautiful job, sweeps to the top. Is it now or never? Does he want to go early? 13 from home. Phillips just gives him a little kiss, Trev, to let him know he's there. Hobson on the top. Can he do it down the back straight, side by side? Phillips tries to sneak back underneath. We got a new leader, Trev, at the stripe.
Yeah, Toddy Hobson, the cool refrigeration. Number 84 machine goes to the race lead. Jeff Phillips still continues to rock and roll through the bottom of the racetrack. Robinson still back there in third. Corbett putting plenty of pressure on the 9 Castrol machine. Robinson on the high side. Corbett looks to slide down the bottom. Robinson goes a little wide. Corbett is through into third. Corbett moves up into third. Robinson's back to fourth. Meanwhile, Hobson has opened up a gap over Phillips out in front by about 5 car lengths. Roberts now still under fire from Dunn. Britten starting to come forward, but I think it's all too late. Dave Clark struggling big time down the back in the Bicknell number 5. With 9 laps left to run, and Hobson looking good out in front.
Stevie Millthorpe just joins me up here in the tower to watch his young charger. Now he's out front. The 84 machine of Todd Hobson leading the way. Down the back straight. Dave Clark struggling, as you said, Trev, cannot get any pace out of the DC5. Hobson looking like a champion in the making here at the moment for the PB44 at Brisbane. Jeff Phillips hanging on to second at the moment. Corbett, can he close the gap and be sweating on a yellow? Phil Roberts doing a great job in the top 5, and Luke Dunn, a brilliant job in the top 5. Lap starting to wind down, 6 to go for the leaders this time by. This young man, super impressive, Toddy Hobson. Up near the top of the racetrack, switches it back to the bottom. Lets the car just loosen itself up towards the fence. Jeff Phillips, as we said, plenty of experience under that helmet. Corbett back there in the top 3 up on screen at the moment. 4 to run, it's almost over, 40 laps in the bank, Trev, and I tell you what, this young man has done it beautifully.
Yeah, absolutely. He bided his time back behind Jeff Phillips. took it when he had the chance and he never looked back. He has bolted. Once he got to the lead, he has opened up a massive gap over Phillips. Corbett, I tell you what, wishes there was probably a yellow with 3 to go. He is zeroing in the back of the 33 machine. Kevin Britton's finding some pace late as he gets up onto the back of Luke Dunn. Meanwhile,
Clark's night's over. Flat right hand rear, as you said earlier, Trev.
yeah, Clark's night is over as Britton now starts to look around the outside of Dunn. Roberts there in the absolute diesel machine. Can Britton move up another spot? Hobson though, white flag is out, doctor's coat, 1 to go for the young man. Through the 3-4 turns for the final time. And the Paul Britton 44 for 2021-22 will go to Toddy Hobson. The Cool Freighters, number 84, Jeff Phillips in for second. Chris Corbett in for third, followed by Phil Roberts, Kevy Britton, Luke Dunn, Sam Bruggy, David Clark, unfortunately a DNF, along with Mark Robinson. Are you coming down, Macca?
No, mate, I'm going to stay up here, but I've got Stevie Milthorpe with me up here. Mate, what a drive, what a charger, and I tell you what, well worth the trip.
Mate, it was well worth the trip, all right. We always love coming up to Queensland, you know, us Victorians, and this is the result we want. But all the credit tonight must go to Lloyd Hobson for all the work he done. You know, he broke a radius right there earlier in the race, and we got her all back out, fixed her up, and away she went. So, yeah, good night.
Job well done by you and the team, mate. Always great to catch up with you, Stevie, and you're welcome in Queensland anytime, brother.
Yeah, I know, Macca. I love being here with you. So, yeah, can't wait till next year, get my own going. But for this year, we're focused on Todd. So let's keep on keeping on.
Let's bring on the Australian title in a couple of weeks' time. He's obviously got no brakes there, Trev. Let's get presentation done and dusted, mate.
Yeah, absolutely no brakes. The young Toddy Hobson, as he pulls up. 33 of Jeff Phillips. I'm not sure that we had a sportsman winner tonight, Macca. There was a trophy for first in sportsman, but I'm not sure that there are any.
I don't think there's a sportsman car left out there, mate.
No, I don't either. As the lovely Jane Britton makes her way across. And we'll get Jane to present these trophies as we get the guys out of the car as quick as possible. Come on up, Jane. Jane, a wonderful race once again in the PB 44.
Yes, it was great to see all the guys out there giving their all for it. It was terrific.
Unfortunately, that incident at the start of the race there took a couple of the big guys out, including Kev.
Yeah, but they still kept battling on, so the spirit was still there. You've got to give them their all for that. The car must have been quite a handful for Kev and David Clark, but yep, they kept going, and all congratulations to Todd.
We'll get you to present these beautiful trophies if we can get our third place finisher out of the car.
Yeah, come on, Chris Corbett, up to the podium, please, mate.
So Jane, we'll get you to present these beautiful trophies. In third place tonight, put your hands together for Chris Corbett. Congratulations, Chris, mate. Pretty tough down the back of the pack there, but you managed to get past Robbo, but just a little too far in front was Jeff Phillips.
Yeah, mate, I was sort of conserving it up. I was hoping for a couple more yellows, but we just didn't get it. It was a good out race by Jeff and Todd, and congratulations to Todd. He's finally broken the omen and starting at the front and winning.
Congratulations on your third place, mate. Well done.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
In second place tonight, put your hands together for Jeff Phillips. Congratulations, Jeff. Well done, mate. A great fight between you and Todd Hobson. You decided to start off the front and it paid off.
Yeah, mate. I mean, congratulations to Todd. He drove around me. He drove away from me. He deserved that win. You know, we're a little loose there at the end. We're playing with some new setups. But, hey, the Clown Engine Centre, MacArthur Plumbing, Pigfab, did well. Thank you very much, and congratulations to Chris as well coming on the podium.
Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Thank you, and hats off to another good meeting. This is a good event for Paul Britton. He's made dirt modifieds what they are today. So congratulations, Jane. You do a top job. Thank you.
Well done, mate. And our winner for the 21-22, Paul Britten 44. Put your hands together for Todd Hobson. You'll need some muscles for them, brother, especially that perpetual trophy. It is heavy. It is heavy. Here, look, we'll, how about we put that down in front of the car like that? Because we'd hate to drop it. Mate, congratulations on your win tonight. Well done. On the walkthrough, you said you were going to start from the front. That was always your plan, and as I said to Jeff, it paid off.
Yeah, sometimes the track can get a little narrow for the dirt mods. The wing guys, they can just wing around the top and sort of get a bit wound up. But yeah, when we don't really have the grip up the top, we sort of just trapped on the bottom. But luckily, I widened my corner up a bit there and got Jeff. I had to try something. I wasn't getting anywhere. This thing had an awesome forward bite off the corner, but we just had to get there. We were a bit free getting in. But yeah, I lost brakes about, 10 laps in. I hit Jeff up the arse. I apologise to him for that, but he's happy with it. So yeah, back to Victoria, I guess, and with a Tim Moore chassis.
Mate, there's a man, he was up in the box with Macca that I was going to say you need to thank, because the man on the Spanish tonight, Stevie Milthorpe.
Yeah, this was actually Steve's car from when he won the SummerSlam in 06. So this is how old this is. Can't take anything away. The TMIs are good cars for here, but them Troyers, like Paul's done, that has reinvented dirt modified racing. It was all a lot of old cars, homemade parts, but now we went to another level when they come with all them cars.
Yeah, no, Timmy Moore certainly knew how to put a car together, but congratulations on your win in the PB44. Forever etched on the Perpetual Trophy, mate. Well done.
Yeah, we'll love that. Thank you. Back to the Oz title in a couple of weeks.
Brisbane, put your hands together for tonight's podium in the PB44. Chris Corbett, Jeff Phillips, and your winner for this year, young Toddy Hobson.
Another brilliant PB44 in the books here at Brisbane's Archerfield Speedway. We are getting set for the 35-lap feature for round 9 of the East Coast Logistics Sprint Car Series. It will